for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Higgins, are you accusing Scott Sheffield of collusion with OPEC?
No, sir.
Your statement earlier made it seem like that.
I was trying to respond to the question about the FTC.
Have you accused Scott Sheffield of collusion with OPEC?
I have not.
It sounded like that's what your statement was earlier.
No, I was.
When we talk about weaponization of a government agency, this is it. This is it. The FTC, based on Biden's campaign promise in 2019 to end fossil fuels, coming after a private citizen and not allowing the due process to actually occur, this is the weaponization that we're talking about right here. Lots of questions being asked about his communications, but no opportunity to actually answer them. When we talk about the exchanges of text messages with OPEC that are all publicly available, I think we need to get to the facts here. Do you support due process for Scott Sheffield?
No, I support the FTC's process.
Do you support due process as an American?
Sure.
Okay, so you support him having due process.
Sure.
So you would ask Lena Khan to have due process.
I haven't spoken to the FTC.
Okay, maybe you should. We're talking about attacking Mr. Sheffield for certain statements. The FTC ignores Mr. Sheffield's role in expanding U.S. production over the past couple of decades. The shale revolution has actually expanded. My Democrat colleagues have pointed out rightfully that we are producing more. Are you pro-fracking, Mr. Higgins? Do you believe in fracking?
I believe it exists.
Do you believe in it? Are you an advocate of fracking?
I do not advocate for more fracking.
So you disagree with Kamala Harris?
Pardon?
You disagree with Vice President Harris, who has said now she's pro-fracking.
I think Vice President Harris said that the Inflation Reduction Act's investments in clean energy.
Do you believe
the
in
question
fracking?
to
Do you
ban
believe
fracking
in-
is no longer relevant?
No, that's not what she said. She's very clearly flip-flopped on her position in the last month or so. She has said she is now pro-fracking. Do you believe she's pro-fracking?
I can't make political statements, sir.
You're here as a witness. I'm asking you a question. Do you believe she supports fracking?
I would refer to her statements last night at the debate.
Do you support fracking?
I do not advocate for expanded fracking.
So you disagree with her statements last night?
I can't make political statements, sir.
But you can make a judgment on whether or not you agree with her or not.
I agree with the statement that the Inflation Reduction Act has made the...
Are you paying more for household goods today than you did in 2021?
In 2021, you mean
No, as just
during COVID?
gas, groceries, just normal stuff.
Right. So like during COVID, maybe around the time right before Russia invaded Ukraine, I think those were tough times. And prices are
Mr.
higher
Higgins,
today.
are you paying more today than you were in 2021?
Yes, prices are higher today
Okay,
in
thank you.
2021.
The Bureau of Labor has come out with statistics, and on average, Americans are paying $1,095 more per month than they did in January of 2021. This is from the federal government today. Do you believe in that statement?
Sure.
Okay, very good. Households are paying an estimated $148 more per food, $260 more per shelter, $129 more per month on energy on average. It's about $30,000 more a year. Do you believe in that?
I do. Also, wages are higher, employment is higher.
Do you believe that we are paying more now than we were in 2021? Do you believe that inflation is higher and has led to a $30,000 increase per year annually for goods?
Prices are higher, but inflation's down to 2.5% as of this morning.
So inflation is 2.5% for the last 4 years?
No, I'm saying prices are higher now than they were then, but the rate of inflation today is down to 2.5%, which is more than three quarters lower than...
Thank you very much. The weaponization from this administration on the energy industry that underpins our economy is nothing short of absolutely tragic. Hundreds of thousands of American jobs, the absolute necessity for every Main Street business, for every household, for our military, for national security purposes. And to hear that, and I'm glad you actually said you were not for fracking, that we now have to ask questions of the Vice President to see where her position is. Thank you for actually stating the obvious. I was going to ask you to write an op-ed with me, a pro-fracking op-ed, but we know where you stand. I think the question in our minds is, We don't know where Vice President Harris stands on this because we're pretty sure that she's against fracking. We're pretty sure she's against American energy. We're pretty sure that the administration in the last 4 years has done everything they can to put a target on the industry that actually underpins our economy and reduces prices of everything. Mr. Chairman, my time has expired. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. I now go to Mr. Cardenas for 5 minutes.